I got a call from my own number at exactly 2:17 a.m. I didn't answer it at first, because that's not possible. But then it called again, and this time I picked up. It started like any normal night. I live alone in a small house just outside Columbus, Ohio. Nothing special. Quiet neighborhood, the kind where nothing ever really happens. That night, it was raining. Not heavy, just enough to hear it tapping against the windows. I had fallen asleep on the couch while watching something on TV. Woke up sometime after 2 a.m. Everything felt off. You know that feeling? When your house is too quiet, like it's waiting for something. I checked my phone. 2:17 a.m. And right as I looked at the screen, it started ringing. The caller ID said, me. Not my contact name, not unknown, just my number. Exactly. My number calling me. I remember just staring at it, waiting for it to stop. And it did, after a few seconds. I laughed it off, probably a glitch or some weird spam trick. Then it rang again. Same number. That's when I answered. Hello? At first, nothing, just static. Then I heard something. Breathing. Slow, uneven, like someone trying to stay quiet. Hello? I said again. And then, don't move. I froze. That voice, it was mine. Exactly mine. Same tone, same cadence, but wrong somehow. Like it was being forced out. What? I said. Then the voice said, he's still in the house. I stood up immediately, heart racing. What are you talking about? I asked. No response, just breathing again. Then a noise came from upstairs. A soft, metallic scrape, like something being dragged. I didn't move. I couldn't. The voice on the phone came back. I saw him. Where? I whispered. And then it said something I'll never forget. Behind you. Earlier. I turned around instantly. Nothing there. Just the dark living room. But the couch, the cushion I had been lying on, was slightly indented, like someone had just gotten up. I backed away slowly, still holding the phone. Who is this? I said. And then, you already know. The call ended. Silence. I didn't think. I just grabbed my keys and left. Didn't even turn off the lights. Got in my car and drove. I called 911, told them everything. They sent officers, said they'd check the house. I waited in my car down the street, watching. About 10 minutes later, 2 police cars pulled up. They went inside. I watched every window, every shadow. Nothing. No movement. Then one of the officers came back out, walked up to my car, told me they didn't find anyone. No signs of forced entry. Everything looked normal. But then he asked me something. Are you sure you live alone? I said yes, of course. He hesitated, then said, they found muddy footprints upstairs, leading into my bedroom, but not out. I didn't go back inside that night, stayed at a motel, didn't sleep. The next morning, I went back. With daylight, everything felt normal again. Too normal. Until I checked my phone. The call from my number was still there, in my call history. Duration, 2 minutes, 46 seconds. And underneath it, there was a voicemail. I don't remember getting a voicemail, but it was there, time-stamped during the call. I played it. At first, nothing, just silence. Then, a voice, but not from the phone call. Not the same tone, not the same calm voice. This one was panicked, terrified. It was me, crying. And I was saying, if you're hearing this, don't go back inside. Then a loud crash and screaming, my screaming. Then silence. The voicemail ended. I checked the timestamp again.
I saw someone outside my window last night.
The problem is, I live on the 10th floor. At first, I thought it was a reflection. Lights bouncing off the glass, cars passing below, something explainable. But it didn't move like a reflection. It moved independently. I live alone in a high-rise apartment in Chicago, corner unit, big windows facing the city, great view during the day. At night, it's just darkness. That night, it was around 1:50 a.m. I couldn't sleep, so I was sitting on the couch, lights off, just watching the city. That's when I noticed it. A shape outside the window. At first, I thought it was on the glass, but then it shifted, and I realized it was standing beyond the glass. Just there. No balcony, no ledge, nothing to stand on. I didn't move. I just stared. It looked like a person, tall, still, its face pressed close to the glass. But I couldn't see details, just a dark outline. Then it tapped. 3 times. I flinched. It tilted its head, like it was curious, watching me. I slowly stood up, walked toward it, every instinct screaming not to. But I had to know. When I got closer, I could see its face. And that's when everything went wrong. Because it wasn't a stranger. It was me. Same face, same expression, but the eyes completely black. It smiled, slowly, too wide, and then let me in. I stepped back immediately, shaking. "There's no way you're out there," I said. It tapped the glass again, harder this time. Then it raised its hand and slowly pressed it against the window. I saw something I can't explain. Its hand started to sink into the glass, like it wasn't solid, like the window wasn't real to it. I ran, grabbed my phone, called 911, tried to explain. They told me to stay inside. Officers were on the way. I locked myself in the bathroom, sat there, listening. Then I heard it. Not from the window anymore, from inside the apartment. Slow footsteps, moving across the floor, toward the hallway, toward me. Then, a voice. My voice. Right outside the bathroom door. "You should have let me in." I didn't respond. Couldn't. The doorknob rattled, slow, deliberate. Then it stopped. Minutes passed. Then sirens. The footsteps disappeared. Police knocked. I opened the door. They searched everything. Found nothing. No signs of entry. Windows sealed, locked. Everything normal. They told me it was stress or a hallucination, but I know what I saw, because the next morning I checked the window, and there was something on the glass, a handprint from the inside. I moved out that week, different city, different building, higher floor, no big windows, but sometimes, late at night, I still hear it. 3 taps on whatever window is closest. And last night, I made the mistake of looking. Because this time, it wasn't outside. It was already inside. The first call lasted 12 seconds, and in those 12 seconds, the caller told me something I hadn't done yet. It started 3 nights ago. I was at home, alone, around 11:20 p.m., just sitting on my bed, scrolling through my phone. Nothing unusual. Then it rang. Unknown number. I almost ignored it, but something made me answer. Hello? Silence. Then a voice, calm, flat. Don't turn around. I froze. What? I said. The call ended. I sat there, heart pounding, slowly, without thinking. I turned around. Nothing. Just my room. Door closed, lights off. I laughed nervously, probably a prank. Then my phone buzzed again, same number. I answered immediately. Who is this? The voice came back. I told you not to turn around. My stomach dropped. How did you? Click. Call ended again. I stood up, walked to the door, locked it, checked the windows, closed. Everything normal. But now, it didn't feel normal. I went back to my bed, sat down, trying to calm down. Then, the phone rang again. Same number. I hesitated, then answered. Listen, I said. This isn't funny. The voice interrupted. You're about to check under the bed. I froze, because I was. I hadn't done it yet. But the thought was already in my head. Don't, the voice said. Why? I whispered. A pause. Then, because he's waiting for you to look. The call ended. I backed away from the bed, heart racing. I didn't want to check, didn't want to know, but the thought wouldn't leave. It got louder, stronger, like something was pulling me. I grabbed my phone, dialed 911. Then it rang again. Same number. I answered. Please, I said, just tell me what's going on. The voice was different this time, panicked, shaking. It was me. You need to leave. Now. What? I said. Don't stay in the room, my voice said. He learns. The call cut. Right then, something moved. Under the bed. Slow, deliberate, like something shifting its weight. I couldn't breathe, couldn't move. Then, my phone lit up again. New call. I answered without thinking. The voice was calm again, not panicked, not mine. Too late. Something grabbed the edge of the mattress, pulled down slightly. I screamed, ran for the door, unlocked it, got out. Called the police outside. They came fast, searched the room, found nothing. No one under the bed, no signs of entry, nothing. They said it was stress or imagination, but I know what I heard, what I felt. That thing was there, waiting. The next morning, I checked my call history. All the calls were gone, except one, outgoing, at 11:20 p.m., to my own number, and the duration, 12 seconds, exactly the length of the first call. I don't sleep in that room anymore, but sometimes, late at night, my phone still rings, same number, and now I never answer, because the last voicemail it left was just one sentence. You didn't check the closet.